If you're planning a wedding, you know there's one mission that's both super exciting and, let's be real, a little overwhelming. And that's finding the perfect dress. It's so much more than just shopping. It really is a quest. And today, we're diving into a guide for that quest. A boutique in Chicago called Fifi's Bridal.
And that's it, right? That is the ultimate question. It's at the heart of every single wedding story. And no, I'm not just talking about your partner. I'm talking about the dress, the one that just makes your heart stop for a second.
You know, that whole quest can sometimes feel like a huge challenge, but Fifi's Bridal is built on a totally different idea. The idea that finding your dress doesn't have to be this stressful hunt. What if it could actually be a truly magical, unforgettable part of the whole experience?
So who's the person making this happen? Who's turning this big, stressful task into something, well, magical? Let's meet the guide at the center of this story, Fifi herself. And she's not just the owner, she is a true master of her craft.
Fifi's story is just wow. Her journey began when she was just 10 years old, learning how to sew back in Greece. About 38 years ago, she moved here to the United States without speaking a word of English, but she had this incredible skill. And today, she brings over 20 years of professional experience to the table, making her an absolute authority in the world of bridal. So for her, this is so much more than just a business. It's where her two great passions come together, her amazing gift for sewing and a genuine love for people. And that personal touch? It's the foundation of literally everything they do at Fifi's. Okay, so how does all of that actually translate into the Fifi's experience? We've met our guide, so now let's explore the journey she's created for every single bride who walks through those doors.
The journey here is really the whole package. It all starts with you exploring this beautifully curated collection of designer gowns. From there, a dedicated consultant gives you expert styling to help you figure out what your unique style really is. Then the master tailors come in to make sure the fit is absolutely flawless. And to top it all off, you find all those perfect finishing touches, the veils, jewelry, accessories, to complete the look. It's a guided process, from the very beginning to the very end.
But get this, the support doesn't stop with the bride. Fifi's can outfit pretty much the whole wedding party. We're talking dresses for the mother of the bride and groom, bridesmaids, and even the flower girls. They even handle tuxedos for the grooms. And that incredible tailoring expertise, that's available for any garment, not just the ones you buy in the store.
When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one promise. In an industry that can feel so chaotic, Fifi's is like an oasis. It's this personalized, intimate, and calm space where the focus is 100% on you, making you feel confident and totally taken care of.
Now, any big quest comes with a ton of questions, right? And a good guide knows what you're going to ask before you even ask it. So this next part tackles some of the most common things brides are wondering about.
Okay, this is probably the #1 question on every bride's mind. The logistics of it all. When is the right time to actually start the search for the dress?
So here's the deal. The recommendation is to start looking about 8 to 12 months before your wedding date. That gives you plenty of breathing room for ordering, shipping, and all those super important alterations. But hey, if you're on a tighter timeline, do not panic. The boutique has a gorgeous selection of off-the-rack dresses ready to go.
And here's another huge one, because finding the dress is a moment so many of us want to share with our favorite people. So, can you bring your entourage?
The answer is a big, enthusiastic yes. For a standard appointment, you can bring up to 3 guests to share in the fun and help you make that huge decision in a really cozy, celebratory setting.
But what if your I-Do crew is a little bigger? What if you want to turn dress shopping into a full-on party? Well, for that, there's a VIP option, and it all starts with this number right here.
So for a $100 fee, you can book the VIP bridal experience. This lets you bring up to 7 guests, so 8 people total. You get a 2-hour private appointment, and it even includes some celebratory bubbly. And here's the best part. That $100 fee, it gets applied directly to your dress purchase when you find the one.
Okay, so that's the experience Fifi's promises. But what's it really like? Let's hear it straight from the brides who've actually been on this journey. I love this one. It really gets to the heart of the experience. The fact that she mentions working with both Fifi and her daughter Amanda, it just shows you this isn't some cold transaction. It feels like you're being welcomed into a family.
And you can just feel the excitement in this one, right? The service was so good, it left the bride just pumped for whatever's next. That's a sign of a truly special experience.
So after hearing all these stories and really understanding the experience, the invitation is now for you. The next chapter in the Fifi's bridal story, it could be yours.
And taking that first step couldn't be easier. All the info you need is right here. You can call, you can text, or you can email to set up your appointment. The boutique is right on North York Street in Elmhurst, Illinois, just waiting to welcome you.
You know, in the end, it all comes back to that first big quest. But the journey to find the one doesn't have to be some stressful search through endless racks of dresses. It can be a guided, personal, and honestly, a magical discovery. The only question left is, are you ready to find it?